The NFA Women's Super League will kick off on the weekend of the 18th of February with matches slated for Shakati, Swakopmund, Gebabis and Windhoek. The kick-off of the league means that football is running at all levels again after a lengthy wait due to various factors. Guest of honor at today's handover was the Minister of Sports, Youth and National Service, Agnes Shongarero.
We have launched the first of its kind FNB Women's Super League sponsorship. That's a very, very, very important step. Let me put it that way. There is one of the kind event, namely, because it is the first in the history of Namibia football that the women football is recognized by a multi-billion-dollar private sector, injecting a portion, just a portion of its revenue in the development of women football.
FNB's retail executive, who put pen to paper in the 2.5 million sponsorship agreement per season over a period of 3 years with NFA, highlighted the need for equality in sports in terms of pay structure and in other aspects.
We see this sponsorship as a fantastic opportunity to facilitate women's soccer as an equal and inclusive sport at all levels. But beyond that, to use its power to create a more gender equal world for us in Namibia, and to have foster a culture that really has no space or time, does not any longer tolerate misogyny, sexism, violence or discrimination against women. Sport is a microcosm of society. So for women to excel and lead in our country, in our economy, our society, community, women's participation and leadership in sports has got to be nurtured, fostered and significantly increased.
Also sharing thoughts on women's football in the country were the Vice Chairperson of the NFA Normalization Committee, Afra Shiming Chase, and NFA Women's Desk Coordinator, Jackie Gertze.
Women's football has over the years progressed from being the chosen sport of only a few women, intent on breaking into this male-dominated sport, to becoming the preferred sport for the girl child, all around the country and at all levels of play. This phenomenal growth comes with the support of all stakeholders, and that includes FIFA, COSAFA, the Ministry of Sport, our sponsors, and today FNB Namibia, with a very specific focus on the Women's Super League. I think the very specific focus on the Women's Super League deserves your most resounding round of applause.
They are idling for the past years, and FNB enables them now to get back to the field, train with the teams. The teams are enabled through the sponsorship to be able to take care of their players, transport them properly, bring them to the venue, train them, attract proper coaches that are qualified, work with these players and play league football that will attract people.
The NFA Women's Super League will have some newcomers in the form of Okahanja United, Beauties, Ramblers, Arrows, Ladies and Ongwediva Queens, with the others being previous campaigners in the last played league. 2 teams will be relegated at the end of the season in June this year, with no other teams being promoted to the league.